So you might be wondering, what are the two reasons he's called the Mountain Eater? The second reason is because one time he went inside a forest into a hospital to help Roger cure his disease. The enemy pirates surrounded the entire hospital, and that man with his two axes alone took down 100 pirates and cut down every single tree in the vicinity. Similarly, it won't take you two axes, but I would recommend throwing one of them at the subscribe button. Even a finger would suffice if you don't have an axe at your disposal. That is the monstrosity of the Roger pirate trio. One became the pirate king, one went swimming from Sabaody to Amazon Lily as his leisure activity, and one cut down everything and everyone on a mountain. But what I think is the first reason he's called a Mountain Eater and stands out compared to the other two is because of Ripley. The title of Mountain Eater fits here perfectly. I think you guys can figure out the rest. Luffy and company seeing the demon spawn circle, Scopper Gaban enters the chat, the key to unlock Loki, Luffy versus Gaban, the reveal of a possibly new form of Haki, and maybe in the next chapter a third Holy Knight or some person from Marijua might spawn on Elbaf. Luffy and company are still inside the castle and they slowly reach towards the throne room. Luffy wanted to ask Jarl for the key because they have been searching for it for too long and at this point it's becoming boring. But obviously, unlocking Loki is a crime, so they can't just take a shortcut. They reach the throne room and see the spawn circle from where Shamrock and Bunko spawned in. Honestly, looking at the condition of the throne room, if you guys look closely, there are a lot of claw marks on the wall as if done by some beast. Now here's the thing, I was personally thinking Loki's Devil Fruit might be Jormungandr after 1138 because it would fit the narrative a lot, and we even saw a snake and it had the same pattern as Loki's belt. But now after this chapter, I think it's gonna be Fenrir. There are a lot of theories out there that maybe Garling's Devil Fruit is based on Fenrir, but Loki will fit into this category due to the claw marks, and also we already witnessed a giant serpentine enemy being Kaido, and another one right after that. That would be boring, seriously. Although his Devil Fruit can be something else as well because there is enough evidence of him having a Toon Fruit like Luffy, but my bet is he has the power of Fenrir, the wolf that causes Ragnarok or is related to Ragnarok. Or it could be that Shamrock used his Cerberus sword causing more chaos, but I don't think so that's the case because Gunko took down, there were only two guards and Gunko took one of them down very easily. So I don't think so Shamrock would have had to flex his powers. Luffy looked at the circle and goes, I have seen this somewhere. And to remind you guys, he saw it when Saturn was being spawned on Egghead. The same way Shamrock and Gunko did. Someone says, Straw Hat Luffy, I have been wanting to meet you, and throws an axe at them. Wow, what a friendly greeting. And it's revealed that it's Copper Gaban, also called as Yasan, who lives on Elbaf, and he says he sensed a strange Haki, which Luffy, Zoro and nobody else did. It's only Gaban who sensed it, coming from here. And this makes me think, is this circle some sort of demonic Haki? Because even back on Egghead, Saturn used some kind of power to blow a man's head off by just looking at him. Makes me wonder, is this advanced conquerors or some type of demonic conquerors? I don't know, maybe we have to wait till the next chapter. He compliments Luffy for defeating Kaido and says he wants to go to Wano as well someday. It's confirmed that he's Ripley's husband and Cologne's dad. And I gotta say, I can already see people overusing the Yu-Gi-Oh meme.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Not gonna lie bro, he claimed the title of the Mountain Eater. Zoro is already pissed by his presence. He can already smell the Sanji radiating from Gaban. And Luffy says Sanji would turn out to be like him. I don't know if that's a foreshadowing or what, but note that Luffy has mentioned, I don't know if that's a foreshadowing or what, but I want him to meet Sanji now. It's either he'll be jealous or idealize this man like he is his god. Luffy casually says he wants to free Loki and then says, never mind, forget it. Classic Luffy. Gaban warns him that what will he do if Loki starts causing chaos. Last time, a pirate called Red Hair Shanks put him in chains, but this time he isn't around and Luffy simply replies that I'll beat him to pulp and lock him up again. And when he's explaining, Bro just walks away. Gaban turns around and gets reminded of the time he was with Roger and how he used to warn him, but just like Luffy, he doesn't give a Back to Usopp, and he's getting the lore drop of how there was another man besides Rayleigh who stood shoulder to shoulder with Roger and Rayleigh. Once Roger was sick and he and Roger went into a hospital deep within the forest. It got surrounded by enemies, and that man came out and chopped every enemy with his 2 axes. And he even chopped every single tree on that mountain, making that mountain go bald, earning him the title of the Mountain Eater, who is the left-hand man of Roger, Scopper Gaban. Road pushes the throne and we get to see a secret room where Loki's key is, and Gaban warns Luffy once again about freeing Loki, and he tells Luffy that if he wants the key, he has to defeat him. I really like how Roger paved the path for the Sun God and also put like trainers on the map to help Luffy out in future. Also, last chapter, Shamrock did say that he's going to kidnap all the kids and he would need one more person. And whoever that person is, let that be a Holy Knight or one of the Gorosei itself showing up on Elbaf. Gaban and Luffy are gonna get interrupted between their fight. That's for sure. And they would team up to take that person down. Even if Luffy doesn't sense it, Gaban will surely sense if someone's being spawned because he sensed that in the first place. So that fight is surely gonna get interrupted if Shamrock chooses to spawn one more Holy Knight or some other dude from Marijua. So yeah, that was it. Do let me know your thoughts about this and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.